It was a cold Tuesday morning when Margareth Silva, 78 years old, pushed open the glass door of the Elegance Boutique in downtown Sao Paulo. Her hands trembled slightly as she held her dark wooden cane, and her orthopedic shoes made a discreet sound against the Italian marble floor. The store was filled with sophisticated dresses hanging on golden racks. Silk, crepe, and chiffon fabrics in pastel tones and vibrant colors created a true rainbow of elegance. The subtle scent of French lavender hung in the air, mixed with the soft sound of classical music. Margareth approached a navy blue dress with delicate embroidery. Her fingers, marked by age and liver spots, touched the fabric with reverence. It was exactly what she was looking for her granddaughter's wedding.
Excuse me, ma'am, do you need something?
The sharp voice came from a young saleswoman with platinum blonde hair and perfectly manicured nails. Julia, as indicated by her golden name tag, barely disguised her discomfort as she observed the elderly woman's simple appearance. "I'd like to try on this dress, please," Margareth said in a soft but firm voice. Julia scrutinized the old woman from head to toe. The worn wool coat, the faded synthetic leather bag, the dull shoes. Her professional smile instantly vanished. "Ma'am, this dress costs 8,000 reis. Perhaps you'd prefer to look at the stores in the popular downtown area? They have more suitable options for your profile." Awkwardness filled the air. Other customers stopped browse and cast curious glances at the scene. Margareth felt the weight of their judgment but maintained her composure. "I understand your point, dear, but I'd just like to try it on. It wouldn't cost anything, would it?" The saleswoman crossed her arms and sighed loudly. "Ma'am, our policy is clear. We cannot allow try-ons without a guarantee of purchase. This is a serious establishment, not a second-hand shop."
The words echoed through the store like a slap.
Margareth felt her cheeks burn. Other employees approached, whispering among themselves and agreeing with their colleague through complicit glances. Furthermore, Julia continued with an increasingly sharp tone, "Our dresses are exclusive creations by the designer Margareth Silva, an internationally recognized luxury brand. People like you are not our target audience." The irony of the situation was so intense that Margareth almost smiled. 52 years building a brand, creating each piece with her own hands in the small atelier that became an empire. Decades dedicated to making women beautiful and confident through her creations. "Listen here, Grandma," Julia's voice was now openly hostile. "I need to ask you to leave. You're disturbing our customers and affecting the store's atmosphere." Margareth looked around. The other customers averted their gaze, embarrassed but complicit. The silence was deafening, broken only by the ticking of the Swiss clock on the wall. "Very well," Margareth murmured, adjusting her bag strap on her shoulder. "I apologize for the inconvenience." She walked slowly towards the exit, each step echoing in the now completely silent store. The doorbell chimed softly as she left. On the sidewalk, Margareth took a deep breath of the cold morning air. She pulled out her old cell phone from her bag and dialed a number she knew by heart.
"Ricardo."
"It's me. I need you to call a board meeting for this afternoon." "Yes, it's urgent. We need to discuss our company's values and how they are being represented in our stores." Ricardo Mendez, the commercial director for 15 years, immediately recognized the founder's worried tone. "Of course, Dona Margareth. May I ask what happened?" "I discovered that we need to review our hiring and training processes. It seems we forgot to teach our employees something fundamental, to respect people regardless of their appearance." 2 hours later, the Elegance Boutique received an unexpected visit. Ricardo arrived accompanied by 3 other directors and Margareth herself, now wearing an elegant outfit she had created years ago. Julia enthusiastically greeted the executives, imagining it was a routine inspection. Her enthusiasm withered when Ricardo introduced the elderly lady from the morning as Margareth Silva, the founder and main shareholder of the brand.
"Impossible," Julia murmured, her face losing all color.
"You are... I thought that." "Thought what, exactly?" Margaretha's voice was calm but imbued with decades of authority. "That an elderly person, in simple clothes, couldn't be a customer of my own store." The silence in the boutique was now one of pure terror. The other employees watched the scene in shock, understanding the magnitude of what had happened. Ricardo spoke, "Dona Margareth, after the report of what occurred, The board has decided to implement an intensive training program in all our units. We cannot allow situations like this to recur. Margareth nodded, but her eyes remained fixed on Julia. You know, dear, I built this company believing that true elegance comes from within. That our clothes should make all women feel special, regardless of age, social class, or appearance. Today I discovered that we failed to convey that philosophy. She approached the navy blue dress she had admired that morning. This dress was inspired by what my mother wore at my wedding 55 years ago. She was a simple woman, a seamstress like me, but she had a natural elegance that no money can buy. Julia tried to stammer an explanation, but the words wouldn't come out. Tears began to well in her eyes. I didn't come here to humiliate you, Margareth continued. I came to remind you that behind every customer there is a story, a dream, a special occasion. Our role is to make those moments even more magical. The founder walked towards the exit, but stopped before opening the door. By the way, I'll take the blue dress. It's for my granddaughter's wedding. She's your age and, like me, believes that true beauty begins with respect for people. 3 months later, Julia was participating in the company's new training program. She learned that Margareth Silva started sewing at home to supplement her family's income, that she faced decades of prejudice for being a woman in a male-dominated market, and that she built her empire by always keeping her feet on the ground and her heart open. The lesson from that cold Tuesday morning transformed not only the company's culture but the lives of everyone present. Because sometimes you have to lose your composure to find true elegance.
Trattino basso 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 tra